This is Ingram on 1st and 10. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Jeff Heath, the one to bring him down.
Check. 12. Kill. 36.
Breeze hands to Ingram. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Hey, easy.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right? And look here, it's an opening drive fake. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. Following the interception, here's Prescott. This one caught left side by Cooper. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
47.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1. Here's Prescott. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, 47. 26.
A first down carry by Elliott. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. A 2nd down throw for Prescott. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time. Really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
That good for 22 and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Prescott on first down. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott eluding the pressure right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And that's caught by Beasley. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A Dallas first down. Prescott hooking up with Beasley. The first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. From the red zone now, Prescott. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Prescott over the middle. Amari Cooper. It's complete. So a good spin move there before he's taken down. A nice little gain. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Prescott yet again. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And this one is right through. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
The football going back to the New Orleans Saints. And I wanted to ask you, Charles, for the Saints, how you think they stack up against the other teams near the top of the NFC, the Rams, the Bears. Where do you think they figure in?
Well, they can score well enough that if the Rams set a heavy pace, they can go out and they can score with them and stay right there. They have enough defense that if Chicago makes it a low-scoring defensive affair, they got enough defense to win that way. So my answer in short order is they stack up with anyone. In a lot of ways, I think everyone has to figure out they stack up with New Orleans. Because at the end of the day, Drew Brees is calling plays for the New Orleans Saints and throwing the football downfield. He could be the difference in any big game.
And maybe they have a little extra motivation with the way their season ended last year against Minnesota. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get it up and keep moving.
Now the pitch comes to Ingram. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
You're good, you're good. 5-4, ready.
Brees gives it up to Ingram. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. Room to run inside the 40. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down.
And the tackle's made there by one of the secondary members. And I can guarantee you, having played that spot in the huddle right now or on the field, they're urging for a little bit more support from the guys up front. I actually remember one game where I hopped over a defensive lineman to make a tackle downfield and realized he was 10 yards downfield. That's not good. That's being driven off the line of scrimmage, and you can't have that if you're going to win a game on defense.
A handoff. It's Mark Ingram. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. Complete to Watson, the tight end. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. He will push his way down to about the 14. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
How about the fellas with the stars on the side of their helmets rising up on defense? We always hear about the Cowboys' rushing offense. Their rush defense is pretty good as well, I think, because they're so cohesive. Defensive line, linebackers really work well together.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the 2nd half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the 1st half. Maybe not so much in the 2nd half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And that's Elliott, complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On the counter, Elliott. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
Drops it underneath to Elliott. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll be third down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. To throw is Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. So 1:51 to go in this first half of play. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. So on fourth down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now Ingram, he's been busy today. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Here we go. 21, 21, 21. Ready. You ready? Left.
Shotgun now for Breeze. And that's caught by Smith. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. That goes for a gain of 31.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Good set. One day.
From midfield, here's Breeze. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Carr. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff to Ingram. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now Breeze. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. Sean Lee, the linebacker, able to get a hand in coverage. The Saints on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Ready. 90.
From the gun, it's Breeze. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Breeze now on first down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And this will be a 45-yard attempt. And Lutz's kick is good. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
46. We're going to 54. 188.
Prescott now on second down. On the left side, Gallup's got it. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Second down, Prescott. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Hey, we got a second here. Let's go back to Week 15 following the win over Green Bay for Chicago. Happiness rained down on the field. The Bears claiming the NFC North title, but one Bear took his celebration to an extreme. I know you saw this.
Yes, I certainly did. Charles Leno Jr., left tackle for the Chicago Bears, got down on a knee and proposed to his girlfriend, Jennifer. So not only celebrating an NFC North title, but now his proposal accepted by Jennifer, who will now be Mrs. Jennifer Leno Jr.? No Junior.
No Junior. By the way, smart move because she's not going to say no in front of 60,000 people.
Well, I've seen it happen before. Not pretty, but not in this case.
Ready? You ready? 21.
Ingram again. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. They do go for it. It's Breeze. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Monday. Ready? You ready? Okay. Easy, kill.
a 20th carry now for Ingram. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Credit the tackle there to Jordan Lewis.
Well, he was stopped on that play, but he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
Again, they'll run with Ingram. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It goes as a loss of 6. And now third down. The Saints on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And this is a catch by Ted Ginn. And he'll go down at the 28. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the third quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. They go to Elliott again. Only a gain of a yard there, but it indeed gets him a new set of downs.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. Kidder here, it's complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good-headed scheme going.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Again, it's Elliott. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Allen. Alex Okafor. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at the 45.
21.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Following the interception, here's Prescott. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Prescott now from the 50. Buying time to his left. And an alley to run. Back now in Arlington. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Prescott on 1st down. Completes it to Austin. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
1st down, Prescott. Steps away to his left. And it's incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. Over the middle, Cooper with it. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. They'll throw again. Prescott. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. And he'll go down at the 28. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Now, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They run. It's Mark Ingram. The 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Kill.
They toss to Ingram. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Sean Lee, the Pro Bowler, there for the tackle.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Easy, kill. Go inside. You're good. 5-4, ready. Kill. 11.
This is Ingram, and he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Hey, left, 28 left. Sammy.
Now flags will come in. And I think this is against the Saints up front. And a manageable 3rd down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. Throwing now is Breeze. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Breeze now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. The toss right. This is Ingram. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Easy. 36.
Ingram again, 1st down carry. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Cowboys have recovered.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. Prescott now after the fumble recovery. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Cameron Jordan in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Prescott from the gun. Being chased out left. And that'll be incomplete. Back-to-back big plays defensively. First the sack. Now they force the incompletion on 3rd and long. Things looking pretty good for them.
And this is where they have to be careful because they've got the momentum going their way. They will be really amped up to get to the quarterback. Look out. Draw, screen, something that can be used against them.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. Out now comes the Cowboys punter, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And it's fielded at the 34. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they got across the 50 last time but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
Not only a short-term memory, but a whole lot better ball security. Because if they take care of the ball, continue to move it, their chances of scoring some points, they've got to feel pretty good about. They thought they had things moving in the right direction last time. Fumbles, they don't just affect you on offense. They affect your overall team because now your defense has to make that stand up.
He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. The Saints on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 6. Breeze to throw. And that's complete. It's Watson. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw, Breeze. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. To throw is Breeze. Caught on the left side by Ginn. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards on the play. Breeze now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Ingram. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
We can't be totally sure that that was by design, but we do know that a lot of kickers like the ball in the right hash in order to kick the field goal.
So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. So it all rests now on the right leg of Will Lutz. And his kick is indeed good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So he's able to come through in a hostile environment, and you'd have to imagine that's the game winner.
Yeah, how about that? And the way that this game's gone, you think they really wanted to get to overtime and take their chances there? They wanted to get this thing done. When you're the visitor, you don't want to play into overtime. You want to knock it down, get it done, and go home.
Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And that's how this one ends in dramatic fashion in overtime with the interception. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Big D.